The people in my class got it. Does anyone on Zoom know it? Or anyone virtual? Tuesday. Okay, good. Y'all know it because I had some people in my last classes telling me Friday. And so I'm glad I've asked that question because some people did not know the day. Hopefully, that's not any of you. So the STAR test is on Tuesday. And you need to make sure that you are here in person. I've said everything about the STAR test and what to expect, but I've still gotten questions like, can I take it at home? Is it required? And the answer is no, you cannot take it at home. You must be here present on campus to take it. And yes, it is required for graduation. So it's one of those check marks for graduation that you must complete. So do make sure that your parents know about it and that you are here in town and ready to come on campus and take it. It's not a good time to be on a road trip or anything like that. I have gotten emails like, sorry, visiting friends. It's like, don't apologize to me because it's your graduation at stake here. So make sure that you are aware of that and that your parents are aware of it. What else? Oh, I did want to tell you, I feel like I haven't talked enough about this. The STAR test is around 70 questions and you have 4 hours to complete it. So that's kind of what to expect with that. And it's a great opportunity at review tomorrow that I've talked about several times. That's the STAR Blitz that starts at 8:45. That's the registration for it, and it ends at noon. And so if you, especially if you're one of the people that feels kind of like you've been borderline passing, failing this class, and if you're feeling lost and confused, that's a great opportunity for you to come on campus. You get some free snacks, you get a free 100 on a test grade, and of course you get that review you need that can make the difference between you passing and failing. So we'll be doing some test taking strategies and some hands-on activities. So if you feel like that would benefit you, then definitely make that effort to be here tomorrow morning at 8:45 in the LGI room. That is the front building, the I building, where the administrators are. That is where that will be taking place. So are there any questions about the STAR exam or the review blitz?
My last grade teacher said that she got an email saying that are not going to be able to leave right away, that our parents have to come and sign us out
For what?
for the day of the test.
The day of the, yeah. Yeah, so Katrina just asked about being able to leave right away the day of the test. You cannot. And so unfortunately, like you have 4 hours for the test, right? Most of you might be done like in an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But you have to wait for everyone else to be done before you can leave the campus. And so if one of your classmates decides they want to take a nap for the first hour or two, then you have to wait for them to get over their nap and finish taking the test. And so that is the unfortunate reality. We're just not allowed to disturb other people in the hallway that are still taking the test in that 4-hour time frame. So let's say everyone does get done in 2.5 hours. At that point, your parents can come, they'll talk to an administrator, and you'll be able to leave the room. But it just, like I said, it depends on when all those tests are cleared. If someone takes the full 4 hours, everyone has to wait the full 4 hours. If we end early, then y'all can go home early with parent pickup. But either way, it shouldn't go all the way till 4:30 because it is only a 4-hour test. So if that gets started at 9:30 or something, and we have a 30-minute lunch break, we should be done around 2:30. So it should still be a short day for us, even if people do take the entire time. I think they'll release you to walk as well. If we don't get picked up, we have to stay till 4:30, right? Yeah, I think that if that's a bus, maybe I honestly, I'm not too sure about walkers. Obviously, if you're taking the bus, you do have to wait till 4:30. I'm not positive about walkers, but That's a good question. I'll ask someone and try to figure that out. Any other questions about that?
You also bring computers that day?
No, I got a question about whether to bring computers. You do not have to. The test is on paper, so you don't need to bring anything that day except for your body. I can't think of anything else you need. Your student ID.
They said, they said
On the test day? I have not heard to bring your computers on test day. You're not going to be able to have them out. Like, even if you guys get done with the test early, which is a very good possibility, you're not going to be able to work on anything until everyone in your class, and really on the hall, is done testing. And so, like, I mean, I guess you could take it just in case you're kind of stuck in there a while and you can work on missing work, but you definitely don't need your laptop for testing. In fact, you won't be allowed to have your laptop for testing, and you won't be able to have it out until everyone on your hallway is done. So I don't know. I've heard apparently other teachers are saying other things, but technology is a no-no when we're taking the STAR test. So that's that. Anything else? Thank y'all for the questions. Okay, then. So let me talk about today. We are going to be doing the review charts from yesterday. So yesterday was a little bit of a weird class because it wasn't meant to be like a catch-up day, but yet a lot of you had assignments to catch up on. So I did give you a grace period to be working on the assignment I left for you Tuesday and to be working on the quiz I left for you Wednesday, since the majority of you hadn't done one or the other. And in some cases, some of you hadn't done either. At this point, that grace period is over. That was yesterday. And if you have not gotten Tuesday or Wednesday's assignment done, you're behind. That was expected of you already. I've already taken that down for credit and am not really looking at it. So that means two things. One is it's expected that all of us today are working on the review charts. And that is even if you did not complete Tuesday or Wednesday's lesson, I need everyone on those review charts for today. And I'll go back and explain those really quick again for anyone who wasn't here or if you just need a refresher. And the other thing it means is, like, yesterday with that grace period, I was going back and I was checking, giving people check marks for submitting things late. I was still checking the quiz and putting that in the grade book. I'm not going to be doing that anymore because it just, I can't be checking things constantly for late work. So if you're completing these things late, not today, but over the weekend or next week, preferably before the STAR exam, you need to email me and let me know because I'm no longer going to be looking for it, if that makes sense. So with that said, let me go ahead and just reintroduce the charts for anyone who doesn't remember exactly what I'm talking about. We are, oops, I don't have it up. We're in that STAR review folder, and it was a lesson that I left for both yesterday and today. And what I was saying about not doing the other assignments is that I had listed 3 steps yesterday to make sure you had done Tuesday's assignment and Wednesday's assignment. At this point, whether or not you have caught up on that, you need to be on step 3 today, which is to do this review era chart. And so that looks like this. I'm not going to go over it as much as I did yesterday, but you're choosing your 2 weakest time periods, the one that you feel the most doubts and confusion about. You're writing the names of those time periods at the top. You're finding important people. You're finding important terms. And then describing their significance and definition. Over here, you're just answering some short answer questions and then finding some images or photos that have to do with the time period. And so the goal is here that, you know, for those time periods you're really struggling with, you're going to have this little study guide that will help you regain your familiarity with the time and keep you from missing questions about that time period on the star. So one thing I want to say about this, because I saw this happening in my first period class, and I was like, oh, I should probably talk about this. And I'm not saying anything bad about them because I probably would have done the same thing without thinking. But especially for the terms, I could see that they were writing down terms from the time period, but then they were just Googling like the definition and not even really reading the definition, but just copying and pasting it onto this chart. Well, like, yes, that's the definition. Like, if you're looking up the Lend-Lease Act on during World War II on Google, like that's going to be the definition there. But the purpose of this activity is for you to study and understand. So if you are just getting on Google and saying define whatever, copying and pasting it, and you're not even reading it, you're not going to learn anything. So make sure that you're learning as you're doing this. And what I suggest that you do is really read the definition and then go to this tab and write it in your own words. Okay? And that means that you'll remember it. If you read it and then you write it in your own words, you are going to remember it. If you don't read it and you just copy and paste what you see on Google, you're not going to learn anything. Okay? So please, everything needs to be in your own words. And then where you get this information, don't forget that I have left you a little handy dandy attachment that is essentially a study guide of the most important 150 facts from US history. So this can help guide you to some of the people and vocabulary, but also just a disclaimer, if you know these things on here, that'll help you a lot for the STAR. So this should be a study guide just for the STAR in general. And then you have all those folders that we've been working on throughout this entire school year that has all of your notes that can definitely help you complete the charts as well. So look at those resources and take this assignment seriously because it could make the difference in you passing or failing or you getting commended or not commended. So I want you all to do your best and take your education seriously. So I think that's all I have to say about that. Are there any questions about those expectations? Alrighty then. Oh, I got a question. This isn't about the STAR, but what will we learn after? The answer is we're not learning anything new. You're just going to be working on a project that kind of summarizes US history. So we're done with the curriculum. So it's going to be some catch-up days, and then you're going to have a project, and then you're going to have some review, and then we're taking the final, and then it's summer break. Okay. So last thing before I'll get to work. Sorry, I feel like I've been talking a long time to you guys, but if any of you want to talk to me in a breakout room, if you want some private tutoring, let me know. I'm here for you. So I don't want any of you to feel lost and confused going into this weekend or going into the STAR on Tuesday. So if you need me, reach out. Otherwise, go ahead and get to work. I'm going to be checking that everyone is on it in the next 5 to 10 minutes or so and calling you out if you're not, because everyone needs to be reviewing.
killing spree.